Sure. No, I'll just wait here. I'll just wait here.
I'll be fast.
Uh-huh. I'll just wait here for good old Crane Eyes Johnson.
Oh, legit?
Oh, God. They are trapped by this system.
Oh,
This
Jesus
is
fuck.
peak theme park. They can't leave.
We're all gonna die in here.
I'm having a good time. Hey man, have you seen my gun? It's really cool. The Impalas glued together. Yeah, it's a lot of Impalas.
The silver monkey pendant is hidden in a room. If you can solve 4 puzzles, I'll let you see it, but you have to watch out for the temple guardians because they're high as shit.
How did you know my name? Oh, I see.
Hello, hello. So we are going to be doing a late night stream of a very nostalgic video game. Hey, howdy Zeus, what is up? Alright. Is that coming through? Alright, you guys appear to be looking at a black screen. There we are. Well, you missed the PS2 startup sound. I'm sorry. Oh, no, you guys got it. Excellent. I need to do another update on that intro. Alright. I don't know. I mean, I work nights, so I'm up all fucking night. I was like, you know, one of these weekends I should do something with that. Yeah, I also have fond memories of this game. So I was feeling nostalgic and I was like, what do I want to play? I'll tell you what it was. Oh god, yeah. My RimWorld runs. No, I was watching something about the new Modern Warfare remakes, and it got me nostalgic for the old ones. Oh, I used to do them in the Legion, and people would just stop in and check on me. I do massive mod lists. And really like hyper violent and hyper difficult mod lists like the Void are usually the usually present on those. And then I just try to build a very militaristic small colony that says fuck off to all the neighbors. Mostly with nuclear weapons. Alright, how's the game audio? Okay, cool. So yeah, no, I was nostalgic for something, and I was like, I should play through the original, the old school Call of Duty games. And then I was like, well, that might actually be something worth streaming, because at this point there's a fair number of people who didn't play those games and haven't seen the originals. They've only seen the remakes. And yeah, I wound up settling on Black for tonight because it was easy to get running. This is being emulated. It's on PCSX2. I've got it working on a PlayStation 4 controller. Just had to remap everything. And it seems to work okay. I was getting pretty consistent 30 frames a second. So, oh, it was. Yeah, OG Call of Duty was absolutely crazy. Nobody was doing that at that time. You go back and you look at it now, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean, this is cliche. We've seen all this, but it's because they did it first and made it a thing that happened. Now it's like going back and playing Halo and being like, I don't get it. This is a so-so shooter. At the time, it wasn't. It was groundbreaking. Yeah, Medal of Honor 2. They were doing very impressive stuff. I will forever have that opening monologue from the first Medal of Honor on PlayStation 1 burned into my memory. Because it's cooler text, so everything that's got an ejection port on the right is mirrored. This is also the game that got me into weird government conspiracy shit, so this directly is
Sergeant First Class, serial number 717.
Is responsible for my interest in Delta Green and the way I ran the Traveler podcast.
Colombia, Croatia. Very impressive.
I know what you're trying to do, sir. It ain't gonna work.
No, Sergeant Keller, you don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm here to clean up this mess. If you cooperate. If I walk out that door, everything you did will be declassified. You will be convicted. You will be discharged. You will spend the rest of your life in prison. Very well, Sergeant. Have it your way.
Wait,
Thank
what do
you,
you want me to do?
Lord Grimos. And I'm getting a phone call. Give me a sec.
Tell me everything you know about Seventh Wave.
Weapons dealers. Heavy hitters dealing mostly in high-spec, former Eastern Bloc hardware. Clients began to include terrorist cells. Seventh Wave was escalated to priority status after they took out 9 agency spooks. Coordinated executions. Division wanted 7th Wave taken out with extreme prejudice. Intel zeroed in on 3 possible targets. Valencia was the boss. Rubin and Yevtushenko were the muscle. 3 teams were tasked with Overwatch until it was time to take them out. I had one of those teams. Intel suspected the Brits, Chinese, and Israelis had teams in the area. Everyone was after these guys.
Who was the 4th man?
Gun for hire. Didn't think much of him at the time.
What went wrong?
We got made.
Yeah, no, the Traveler RPG, it's, I mean, I think we're good ways into it now. There's things I would change, but that's me being hard on myself. Now, getting made is no fun. It's like getting burned. So yeah, no, this is. Oh wow, that is tanky. There we go.
5-1, this is Hammerhead 6-2. TAC advises streets barricaded to the north. We are circling around you to find an alternate route, over.
I may have to adjust some sensitivities. This is very tanky. Alright, time to reload.
This is 2-5, I say again. We're pinned down.
Howdy.
Pinned down. I have multiple casualties. Request priority medevac on my location.
Copy that. Evac on route. ETA 5 minutes.
Yep. Head up this way. That's about right for an Uzi. There we go.
Hammerhead 6-2, this is Alpha 2-9. We have eyes on 2-5. DZ receiving heavy fire. Multiple hostiles inbound from 5-1's location. Request AC-130 gunship.
Yeah, we're going back to that.
Negative 2-9. QRF is en route to reinforce. Rally on their position and do what you can.
It's a pretty decent floor camo for the era. Nope, not opening that.
Let's get on top of it.
Alright, what's my X for reload? Okay, that's interesting.
Give me some fucking covering fire.
Alright. Give me half a second here. All right. Into the crowd. Let's get some config. Controller plug setting. It's a sensitivity. I don't know this emulator well enough. Okay. We'll just have to live with it. Ah, yeah, there we go. Back when Zoom was just a Zoom, it wasn't an ADS. No, this game and Fear both did the exceptionally chaos-filled environments thing. So, I mean, for a PS2, this is an insane amount of particle effects off all of this. Coming in through the wall? What do you even mean? Oh. It means they're coming in through the wall. Slowest RPG in the world. Oh yeah, that tower. That jittering is interesting. Is that supposed to be there? Yeah. So I'm emulating this on a PS2 emulator. I know that this got added to the EA collection on Xbox One backwards compatibility, I think. Yeah, I do not know why it's doing that. It's making it kind of difficult, though. On the flank? Which flank? That flank. Yeah, that's something going weird in the game itself. Alright, hold on. Alright, first things first. Nope, that didn't do it. Okay. Out. I'm gonna have to set up keyboard buttons to see if it's a controller doing this. Still have your original Xbox. Kick ass, man. I think I've lost all of mine. Just one of those things that happens. Plugin settings. Okay, let's see what that. Interesting. Thank you, Lebanon. Sorry, guys. I'm rebinding to make sure. Make sure it wasn't an error with the way that I bound this. I was causing that stutter. Oh, no. Oh, I made it worse. Oh, wonderful. Alright. Hmm. Where is it? This is the joys of emulators. Anyone who's around for Metal Gear Solid 1 attempts was fighting here. One of the problems is we're not even, I'm not sure. The issue is even with the binding. Let's try this. Well, I guess this is just my life now. Thank you, Mobiles. That I like and hate that game in the same breath, and that's maybe what I find so frustrating. Is it's so close to being really, really great, but it's also kind of just weird in some ways, and the fact that it wasn't really finished really gets at me in a way that I probably shouldn't let something like that. Because I love the series, even the stupid stuff. But there came a shift in conversation. Yeah, it is weird that it started doing that 20 minutes in. There was a shift in conversation with Metal Gear that it used to be people talked about Metal Gear Solid being a game with stupid elements, but it was a good game. And then it became people talk about Metal Gear Solid as a whole being kind of dumb. half a second. Exit out of that. That and start from fresh. Ah, 35 of you poor fucks are here with me, huh? If this does not want to work, I have to come. Oh man, we gotta sit through this again.
Oh shit, you're sorry.
Hi, Psyduck.
Sorry, I didn't.
You're fine.
Okay.
I didn't hear you join.
Oh no, I quickly joined in. I was thinking that you were in a different channel up here, but nope, it's the
Yeah,
BBL
we're in the
76
studio.
I should leave.
Oh,
Hi.
hang around if you want to.
I can leave my friends behind. What you playing?
Trying to play Black. Do you ever play Black?
Oh, the one with the cool the yes.
Yeah,
all the guns and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's the one. I was feeling nostalgic, but you got people in chat talking to you, Psyduck.
Oh god. Live action sequences. Joseph Hodges. The game had really nice gun kind of sounds and look. And it was kind of nice that way.
When you look at the guns themselves, they're kind of weird and overgrown in a way that's very early 2000s video game. But yeah, no, the actions and the animations, like the guns are center stage in this game. They got that correct.
I mean,
and they're all very
me,
impactful.
Yeah. This was kind of like one of the first times guns were actually kind of like modeled after real guns, or at least tried to mimic them in a normal way rather than a comical way. I'm sure there was others before it, but for me, that was the impact of this game.
Yeah, I was telling them this is what got me interested in like government conspiracies and weird shit like that. So, because I'd never had a story like this before, and the story is paper thin in this game. It's nothing to write home about, but they build the atmosphere well enough that it still kind of drags you in.
Yeah, you know, I always thought you were born with a conspiracy book or some true crime novel in your hand, but yeah, this opening.
Mm-hmm. With the guns in the background being fired and reloaded and checked. Yeah, the destructive environments are awesome. The particle effects and the reaction to being shot is great, especially for a game of this era.
717-8412. Iran.
I mean, this is 5 years. This is 6 years after. No, this is 5 years after Metal Gear Solid 2.
No, Sergeant.
This is getting to the end of the PlayStation 2's lifespan.
I'm here to clean up this mess. If you cooperate.
Yeah, it's firearm erotica. You're not wrong there.
If I walk out that door, Everything you did will be
I think this is
declassified. You
skippable.
will be convicted. You will
Yeah.
be discharged. You will spend the rest of your life in prison.
At least they're not badgering with a whole bunch of credits on top of it.
Your way.
Yeah, no. And, I mean, they last like 4 minutes each. There's just enough there to get you from this scene to the
What do
next
you want me to
scene.
do?
Please do not bang the firearms.
Tell me everything you know about Seventh Wave.
Look at the smoke coming off of that. Holy hell.
Uh-huh. On this
Dealing mostly in high-spec
360p
former
video.
Eastern Bloc hardware. Clients began to include terrorist cells. Seventh Wave
I've
was
always kind of
estimated
wondered
terrorist
if like
assets in
media
2009
agencies just had like
executions.
stock photos of guy in balaclava and guy with machine gun and just pulled it up every so often and just repeated the same thing over and over.
So yeah, some of them do. Another place that they'll take stuff is AP. A lot of the news articles, when they want it to be a real article, they'll pull an AP article because AP is public domain.
Intel suspected Brits, Chinese, and Israelis.
Oh, there was one infamous BBC broadcast where they brought the, what is it, UNSC? The they brought the Halo.
What went wrong?
Yeah, nobody's
Arma.
seen this game
Sometimes
in a
you
long
see
time.
Arma.
Yeah, Arma, you'll see Arma fairly often.
We got made.
I can't think of how many times Arma has been shown as real footage of Ukraine from 2014 to the actual invasion.
Look at
The
that.
Uzi is not accurate at long range, as we saw. Trying to shoot that guy from like 10 feet away.
That's super dark secret intel there. Uzi, not great at long range.
Alright, let's see if we can get this to play nice this time. Nope. I fucked up my keybind somehow.
You spin me right.
Now, I will
round,
say it's spinning
right round.
faster, which is, which is a plus. It was spinning slower than that before. Alright, let's go back into the controller config.
Rendezvous with Black Cell.
Plugin setting,
How's
pad
oh.
1.
Thank you, Valerie. I'm sure it's wonderful. How's the South? Canada's real.
Right stick succeeded. Stick right succeeded. 3 succeeded.
You got a lot more patience than me when it comes to this. The fact that you're trying to do these ports and that is just...
I find the challenge very interesting. So if this does not play nice, I have one game that I know does, and that is Mercenaries. So we may switch to Mercenaries if we need to.
First or second?
First.
Ooh, oh, good answer. God, I love that game so much. Who do you use to play all the time? Or did you go through everybody?
Well, I went through everybody. I initially played the American. So I was like, yeah, being able to speak Korean in Korea would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Is Black Cell a person? If it was a group, it would be the Black Cell, right? Possibly. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you could refer to a person or a group with rendezvous with, like you rendezvous with NATO.
Oh, God damn it.
Wouldn't make a hell of a sense because I'd... Oh, no, you're just playing counter rotation while you're...
Yeah, I'm just doing counter rotation. I wonder why it is doing that.
The wanted gate. Please tell me, what gun is that?
I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Well, on the plus side, it's no longer stuttering.
Oh, wait. Did they try to take a...
I think that's supposed to be a Desert Eagle and a Beretta had a love child. That is.
They based all the guns off of airsoft models, which airsoft models are based off of
Normally, yes, they're based off real.
circular logic.
Is there any way to reset and just strip everything out and try again? Restore defaults. Yes, revert everything. Apply. I am the only one on this computer. Unable to save settings? The disk is not full write protected.
What?
Okay, there we go.
Nonsense.
It's usual emulator stupid shit. No, I don't want the Guitar Hero controller. Oh god, I know what was happening.
Did you have like a controller that with
No,
pressure
when
on
I
it?
was binding, it was adding the bindings, but it wasn't overwriting.
Oh. But why would it Oh, because it would be constantly receiving a signal from
Yeah, from I had it try to do a quick setup, which I think was the beginning of my downfall. And that quick setup put me into the permanent left-hand turn. And then I was adding the bindings, the correct binding, but it was not overwriting, it was just making it an additional. Why? Play nice. Boom, done.
Oh. Oh.
We're back to slow as shit controls, though.
I kind of remember the game kind of having slow control.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit tanky, but this is like original Resident Evil tanky. This is... Oh, yeah, I forgot. The cars explode for no reason. Hey guys, the cars explode for no reason. Yeah, they do that. I could have a Guitar Hero controller. I think I do have a 360 Guitar Hero controller still. That would be something, right? I will give it to
This is Hammerhead 6-2. TOC advises streets barricaded to the north. We are circling around you to find an alternate route. Over.
to this game on you know, getting you into the action fast. Because that was what?
Time to barrel was very short.
Yeah, time to picking up the spaz was like 10 seconds maybe. And that's because I dawdle. And then they immediately have you use it to open the door. That's classy. This game does a pretty good job with the chaos too. This isn't really a DZ, this is just kind of a kill box.
Negative 2-9. QRF is en route to reinforce. Rally on their position and do what you can.
I always like the classic kind of beanie.
Oh yeah,
Beanie style. It's nice and warm.
beanie style bad guy Russians versus helmet style bad guy Russians.
You kind of know it's like World War II versus I don't know which, like winter.
Yes, winter is cold. Oh, hey.
You forget I'm Canadian, right? Winter cold. Winter.
I'm going in. This is Anvil 7-1. Package has roped in. We are standing by holding pattern. Over.
Copy that, Anvil 7-1. Provide overwatch for Echo 5-1. They are moving to rally point 0.
Like, this radio chatter's all gibberish. But it's nice gibberish. Like, you know, at first glance, it sounds like something plausible. It just doesn't mean anything. I will say, this game got me in trouble a fair amount. Because in this game, there's a mission about halfway through where you're trying to make contact with somebody by radio. And when you don't make contact with them, your character says, "Nothing heard," and then out. And the proper terminology is negative contact. But I died on that mission so much and had that phrase burned into my brain that occasionally on real military radios, instead of negative contact, I would say "nothing heard." And get yelled at. So don't let that happen to you. Oh, a weird looking RPG. Oh yeah, thank you for flipping up that tiny little. That's nice.
Take out the reinforcements.
Reinforcements. You guys, are you the reinforcements? Well, fuck you then. There we go. I'm getting my old school gaming feel back. Getting used to the controls.
Stand by, 5-1, that is a negative. Do not pursue the package. Hold your position and secure the location. Do you copy?
I do appreciate the giant fire symbol on the gas tank. That's nice. Although that should be a diesel tank. Being that that's a Ural.
Bravo here. I'm going in. Negative. Hold your position, Bravo.
No, you can't shoot me.
Moving to intercept.
You will hold your position, Bravo.
Dude, we're wearing the cool blue urban camo. That's how you know we're special operators in 2006. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to blow up the blackmail. Whatever. Yep. And I didn't find the golden gun. You still here, Si?
Yes, yes, I am. I forgot that when I mute myself on this side, that I also mute my microphone.
Oh yeah. Yep. Because
Yep.
we're running it all through desktop audio.
I was commenting. I loved the Hans Gruber style of bodies falling from the sky.
Oh yeah. Yes, please save. Sure. Yeah. Keller J. Good to go. Auto save. There's also save states on here, but I shouldn't really need them. Kansas can have guns and doesn't have a literal clown as a leader, so take that as you may. Oh, we got our own problems.
I was gonna say, I mean, say what you want about Trudeau, but I don't think he's ever dressed up as a clown. He's dressed up as everything else. I think it would be better if he was. Anyways,
The Blitz, Trinesca.
I'd actually like an actual clown as a leader. Just dresses up like a clown.
But you didn't. Why? Charlie team was down. I wasn't gonna let this guy get away.
Charlie team was. Isn't Charlie who I was helping?
The hallway and the first floor were clear. I heard movement above. I made my way up. And that's when I saw him.
The fourth guy?
Yeah, the fourth guy.
The after-action report you filed states he got the drop on you. But he doesn't fire. Why?
He was American. Not Russian, not German, not Chechen. American.
Interesting. And how do you know that?
He spoke to me.
And what did this
Why is the gun
American
glowing?
say to
Oh
you?
wait, this is night vision, not
I
thermal.
can't remember.
This is thermal.
RPG hit the building.
So why would a
It's blocked
gun be
like that.
glowing then?
You touch it.
Your next assignment?
Doubleheader.
Like, it transfers heat from you. In thermal, you can actually see guns. They don't glow the same heat as, like, your face, but they do glow a little.
To the objective?
If you've been holding them close to your body.
Breeze if the map
Or
said
firing
the
them.
border crossing wasn't at a date.
Okay, I see. I understand the firing.
What do the numbers mean, Mason? See, I know what that's from, even though I never played the game.
Oh, you should. It's one of the best ones.
I never touched a Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 3. And I only played that because... That's an interesting looking Glock 19.
It even has a Glock symbol on the
Oh,
side of it.
hold on. This is the mission I was talking about. This is the Nothing Heard out. There we go.
Oh, that looks beautiful, even to this day. Yeah, didn't they spend money getting the actual license?
Yeah, if
from
they've
the
got it
fire?
on here, then yes.
Bravo 2-1, this is 3. Do you copy? Over.
Because it's so blocky, wouldn't this be an earlier version of the Glock? Or...
No, this is a Gen 3.
I just remember the first one just being extra brick.
No, it's shaped the same. The difference is primarily in grip. There's difference in the serrations on the slides. Actually, Glock has just released their Generation 1 again as the P80 pistol, which is what its name was in Austrian service, the Austrians being the first to adopt it.
I always kind of liked the Glocks. They were just kind of... It would make sense for someone if you have to carry it around as a duty pistol. It's just light and, well, recent ones. Yee.
Picked up a
Okay.
suppressor. How do I put the suppressor on? There we go. Triangle is the dedicated suppressor button. Good to know. Border crossing verboten. Glockety blockety, indeed. Hippity hoppity, this Glock is mine property. Surprise!
Mobiles, I'll leave that entirely to Deputy. It's very obvious know that I am by no means close to a firearms expert.
I'm not either. I just
I know.
use them and know a lot.
Relative levels of experience. We'll just
Speaking of Glock, what do you think of the Palmetto State Saber that's coming out? Generally speaking, I'm a fan of anybody that's trying to do Glocky things but isn't Glock. Not because I don't like Glock, but because variety is the spice of life. One of my favorite things about Jeeps is that you can build a Jeep and not use any AMC or Chrysler or Kaiser Willys parts in it.
Kaiser Willie?
Yeah, Kaiser Willys. They were... So, Willys used to be a car manufacturer before World War II. And Kaiser used to be a car manufacturer before World War II. Post World War II, in like 47, they merged. And became Kaiser Willys.
Is this where all the Spaz clones ended up? Just in the middle of some Eastern Bloc? Just lying around?
Oh, dude, spazzes are all over video games. It's funny because they're kind of shitty shotguns in real life.
I remember them first being the cool shotgun from Jurassic Park.
Well, they're big and they're blocky and they look aggressive, and those are all things that make for very good video game weapons. That's why the Desert Eagle winds up being a common weapon. I feel like I've been here before. But clearly not. Dick shot deputy at it again. Also, this only holds 6 rounds, which is interesting because most all of these have an extended tube and should be at 8.
Yeah, and most certainly the never pulling the actual stock or brace out to put it in the shoulder. Oh, it has to be filled it up in its compact
Oh yeah,
state.
100%. And somebody took the hook off of it, which is interesting. Because there should be a hook that points up when it's stowed like that. Also, I'm using this pump action, but it's primarily intended to be used in its semi-auto configuration. That's a ugly looking moon. The one in Jurassic Park 2 was either a Spaz 15 or a Crossfire. Yeah, they always have the Spaz and pump, never semi. I agree. Don't take cover behind explosive boxes, kids. And there we go. I've just illegally crossed the border into a foreign country. Hooray for me. Oh, excuse me. No, I've just entered the border crossing. I've not crossed yet. Stop running.
Stop resisting.
I don't have much shotgun ammo. God damn it, stop.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I am attacking a border crossing with a shotgun.
Want to use your health.
Strafe, strafe.
Body's movements.
Oh, Jesus, you're up here, too.
It looks great.
The violence! Yeah. That guard has clearly never played XCOM. Yeah. Oh, the Crossfire, yes. A creature from the AWB Black Lagoon. The best
Christ
Spaz
ended up-
12 in terms of representative function is a piece of shit shotgun in Doom 3. Yes.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It seems like this would be enough to start a war, doesn't it?
This is Bravo 3 radio check, over.
Why does it let me go in here?
Everything's set.
2-1, do you copy, over? 2-1, do you read me, over? If you copy, I am proceeding to RV, out. Bravo 2-1, this is
I'm
3,
impressed.
do
You guys
copy,
actually
over?
managed to sell that prison of yours? That is...
For $1.5 million.
I didn't believe it.
I can't
I
jump.
salute you. That would have been textbooks for generations to come.
Oh,
That
we
business.
also depopulated it first. We fired all the cooks and just starved everybody to death.
I thought you were doing that anyways.
Well, not intentionally at first.
Oh, okay.
We decided to be much more deliberate, and in 6 days we'd starved 1,000 people to death.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I think they were already a little bit compromised, and we just helped them along.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it turns out you have to have at least 20 inmates to sell a prison. So we then had to bring in more inmates to immediately sell it before they, got angry or died. Alright, so I've killed... That would be, what, 5 Russians at a border crossing?
Holy jump more than that.
Oh yeah, it's about to be more than that. That guy just tanked an AK round to the face.
And still had the action to cover his face afterwards, too. AK-47, chambered in 9x19.
Dude, I still wouldn't fuck with somebody who tanked a 9mm round to the face.
Out of 22!
I've seen 22 do some weird things when it hits heads.
I've heard of it getting stuck in people's fat and things like that, or
Yeah, I've seen a 380 that hit the dead center of the frontal lobe and just ran along the skull. Didn't penetrate.
Oh. Okay, I mean, were they still functional at that point?
Yeah.
Huh.
That was a drug rip gone bad.
Holy hell, because that's almost like almost an angel kind of shot. Because yeah, I could see that. Because if you just
Yeah, it was at the right angle, and it didn't have enough oomph to do much more than bruise a bone. But just ran along under the skin, and they had to dig it out.
oh, so it didn't even penetrate the
Yeah, it didn't penetrate the skull. It ran along the outside.
Oh, I had envisioned that it actually penetrated the skull, was working its way up to the superior. It's like, damn. Because you think even the compression would be enough, but no, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the human brain can survive some very interesting things.
Because really the front is just mostly personality and executive functioning. You still can operate.
I mean, sometimes, somebody gets Phineas Gaged. It's just what happens.
Yeah. That's... It's amazing how that one day, that one event, changed so much in our understanding of the
Yeah,
brain.
okay, yeah. Confessions of a Ladder Maker just mentioned Phineas Gage, too. Yep. Alright, so we got 4 there.
You don't need a whole brain. 100%.
God, I know I'm a little ways away, but man, it seems like he was taking a lot of AK rounds. You know what? We'll let them come find me.
It's still quite contentious in, like, even forensic circles about what exactly is a kill shot. I mean, there is areas, obviously. You sever the spinal cord, the medulla, and all those areas, but often, could the person still be standing? Yeah, sure.
Alright, who's next? Even the playing field a little bit. Because they kicked my fucking ass last time. I hear them moving.
It must be the suppressor. It's because those slow down your bullets, you know.
Oh, yeah. Who shut the alarm off? I'm still here, brother. There we go.
Take care, Night Owl. Always a pleasure to see you.
Yeah, see you, Knight. Come on, die. Die, die, whenever you're ready. Come on. Eventually you're gonna have enough and you're gonna fall over. There we go. I told him. You should have listened. I learned him good. I got caught on something there. Jesus, just die.
Why won't you die?
That's becoming a more and more legitimate question as I put more and more bullets into some of these people. You know, in Wolfenstein, you're like, oh yeah, you know, demons or fucking super soldier serum have made them a thing. But these guys are supposed to be like Russian border guards. The Russians do not put their fucking top tier Spetsnaz dudes on border guard duty.
Adrenaline will only power your body so much before it's like, nope.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell, that guy.
Alright.
Stop, he's
Yep.
already dead.
Back in the house I go. Nope. House is locked. Okay. To this house. Good fucking God. Turns out that being a one-man army sucks. Die! Die!
You're not using the advanced black stealth abilities that...
What grenades?
Yeah, you got 3.
How do I... well, that problem solved itself. No, it didn't! He survived that! Oh, yeah,
What I
you.
absolutely love to see is they could still be walking around, but we're just kind of in that dazed, stun, like mop.
Oh yeah. Brother, you're taking cover behind an explosive box.
He's got to learn a harsh left. Harsh left. Ooh. Ooh. In the throat. Ugh.
No! Just die! Die? Die? Okay, that one bounced off his face.
Maybe he's using the new generation, what's that, Chinese faceplate armor?
Yeah, you know, we've been trying to make a faceplate armor that isn't dumb since about 2004 when we started having turret gunners shot in the head. And we realized that was not a good idea. The Chinese will too. Probably about their 4th heat casualty in 10 minutes will be when they decide.
Oh, looks super comfy.
Come on, come on. Yep, mm-hmm. Man, that's gotta hurt.
God, this is such a... I was in my insane childhood. I was still doing archaeology when I was playing this game, so that's many moons ago.
Archaeology, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
You didn't know I was an archaeologist? Well, I was trained to be one at least. I didn't do much work.
No.
No, I did archaeology as a degree and as a practice for... I studied human remains, skeletons. And I particularly was looking into scalping. And really the research that my chief was involved in was in basically looking at nutrition in bones and determining diet based upon those. But I looked at tool markings and scalping in that. And really the big thing is not as big as people thought, and most of it was done during like the Industrial Revolution when you got your head too close to any of those big old machines.
Yeah.
Or just rip your scalp off. And that left actually some archaeological records. For the rest of the time I was studying Mesoamerican, like Mayan and Aztec.
Huh. No, that's cool as shit.
No, I think that the bastard just like, just let me die. Oh yeah, no, I spent many. The policy of my instructor was if I break a skull, I donate a skull. That skull is my own skull.
Yeah.
Because it's a way of teaching respect. You know, she was absolutely lovely, but you gotta be careful. These are not something you just find on the street. So it's definitely inspired me a bit on the forensics path.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't talked about that? Jeez.
No, you have not. Do be mindful though that we are streaming, so don't dox yourself.
Ah.
Yeah, but no, this is rad as hell, man.
Oh yeah, no,
How many rockets do you have?
I absolutely love archaeology. And
That backpack carries 3 extras, and you had 1 in the tube. Come on, come at me. Oh, got it again. These are slow as shit. Real RPGs are not slow like that. Ah, there we go. I have crossed the border. I'm sure
made
nobody
that
will
guy
notice. I shot his RPG. But I think that was scripted so that I had to. So that I couldn't use his RPG in this next section.
So were people doing things to the RPGs that made them very sensitive? Were they removing the safety features?
Okay, so there's a cap. So the RPG's impact fused. Most of the PGM warheads that are used are impact fused. On the end of that cone is a little button, and when that button gets pressed, Mr. RPG is not your friend anymore. The idea is that it will hit against whatever and then go off. But there's a cap that goes over that to keep it from accidentally being done before you're ready. And especially in, like, storage, you know, in racks and stuff like that, you are expected to use the safety cap on the warhead. However, in certain militaries that we may have spent the last 20 years trying to train up, it was common that people would remove those safety caps to speed up deployment of the weapon, and therefore, you know, any little bump or jostle that hit that nose cone would detonate the weapon. Even if it was, for instance, in the back of the truck you are also sitting in. So American advisors and trainers got in the habit of carrying extra safety caps with them, so that they could re-safety cap any weapons they saw.
Bye.
Alright, how many times do I have to shoot you in the dick before you give up?
Usually only once. That's a pretty deadly shot, despite games and media.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of agencies are teaching that as an alternative to the Mozambique now. Because it's a slightly larger target, but more importantly, it moves less than your head does, generally. You know, your head leads any movement that you make. If you want to... This is boxing stuff now, from back when I did that. If you want to know which direction somebody's about to move, watch their head. Their head will lead all the movement. It's very hard to feint without having a tell in your head. You came to me. Man, that steel pot fucking SSH-68 is not known for being bulletproof, but...
He had a metal plate in his head. I'm sure it's,
Like...
They think they know you're here. I don't know.
Can't hit me. Can't hit me. I need to figure out the grenade button. Is that the grenade button? That's not the grenade button. Is that the grenade button? Is that the grenade button? Nope. Nope. That's a grenade button. L2. That's an interesting grenade button. That would not have been my guess.
And yes, we're gonna say coiny. Yeah.
Yeah, secret subdermal plate carriers.
That sounds like a Kojima thing.
Oh, God. That went nowhere. Jesus fucking Christ, are they made of lead?
Your character limp-wristed that grenade. Like,
Yeah, like, sure, grenades are heavy. I mean, they're like, 4 or 5 pounds, but...
it's still only 4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah, they're sized and shaped to be throwable by anybody who's ever thrown a baseball. Don't shoot, don't shoot. Dumbass, you didn't shoot. Hey, hot tamale. I can do this all day. Oh, fuck, he moved. Oh, that's one way to do that. Another mission stealth. I am such a good secret operator.
You're the silent assassin, most certainly.
Blockhouse made safe. Minimal resistance. Proceeding to RV. Out.
Blockhouse made safe? I made this dangerous. Double J Directorate. It's just a quiet thump. Yeah, no, the impact is there. Some of the sound cues could use maybe a little tuning, but this is a really, really awesome first attempt at a shooter. This was Criterion's first shooter. They were trying to do to the shooter genre what Burnout did to racing games. And frankly, they did a hell of a job. This is a game that... Go ahead.
I wonder why they never made a Black 2, because it just had... Was it just too expensive, or did it just not get a great reception?
It wound up in development hell. Because I've got an article open when I was trying to figure out whether anybody had any success in getting this to run on an emulator. I found an article that was an interview with a bunch of former devs who talked about Black 2 because they were going to name it Rendition. And how, it didn't come together, and then they started having some financial difficulties at Criterion, and it just fell apart. They wound up getting bought out. Oh, really? I was expecting that to chain detonate, like Daisy Chain. That's no fun. Can I go through here? No.
People are very much interested in the rare left-handed AK that you're wielding.
Oh, yes. So that was one thing is they talk about, yeah, we wanted rule of cool above everything. So things like, they knew that AKs are not left-handed like this, right? But it didn't matter because they wanted the action and everything to be visible on the screen. So they did this so that it's all manipulated in front of the player's face instead of being an action where most of it is off on the right side. Now, there are really flashy ways to charge an AK on the right side, don't get me wrong. But, they wanted their animation work and the weapons and the models to be front and center, so they did mirror several guns. Because guns generally eject to the right, because they're set up for right-handed users, who are the majority of people. And you want to eject the hot brass and stupid shit away from...
Unless you're my father.
People's face, generally.
Who is left-handed shooter.
Yeah, I am too.
In his face. Oh, okay. His son trying to teach him how to use... It's like,
Fuck you.
Area clear. Moving in.
Brother, they haven't responded to you through, 8 gunfights. I don't think they're going to. So, the enemy has stolen our phone book. That's something from Counter-Strike, like Half-Life 1 era Counter-Strike, which had left-handed guns because their modeler was left-handed. Yeah, I was wound up next to a lefty on range quals. Yes. I always was the lefty on range quals, so I have many burns on my chest and neck from hot brass being ejected into my face by poorly taken care of AR platforms. If you time it right, if everything's running the way it should eject to about the 2 or 3 o'clock. If you've got a suppressor on it, or you've got a worn down spring, or any number of issues, then your ejection will start to move backwards, and that's where you start to get issues with it dumping brass into your shirt. Just die! Good God! There's an entire magazine into his thoracic cavity. Ugh.
There's a lot of space in there. You're just filling it up. And once you start collapsing those nasty lungs, you got extra space to fill up. Remember, kids, your body will fill up spaces with fluids if left to do so.
Yeah, I wasn't filling it up with fluids. I was filling it up with fucking lead. That man weighed 10 pounds more when he fell than he did when I started shooting. I'm turned around now. I think I go this way.
It's the new iron weight gain program, or lead weight gain program.
At least neck shots still work.
Vodka has amazing healing properties.
That's the problem, is they're all on PCP.
Ah, PCP.
That's a left-hander. LOL. LMAO even. Yes.
I say again, farmhouse now RV is empty. What is your situation?
This is 2-1. You're to sweep and clear the area for intel.
Shock? What shock?
2-0 out.
We've been clear for intel. Hey, doing doing close quarters room clearing solo is a one-way ticket to the graveyard, friend. It is not a good place to find yourself.
I bet.
In any kind of situation like this, you can expect heavy casualties. And when you've only got one casualty that can absorb that, it means that, you're doing a lot of coin flips per minute on whether you live. And that's eventually going to come up tails. It's stuff like, so optimally, you would have at least 2 people so that you can have one person on each side of this doorway, and you can either cross or one button hooks, whatever you need to do to come out and cover both sides of this T intersection. But as a single individual, you are always choosing one side and leaving your back unguarded. And you're going to be wrong 50% of the time. Who lit that fire? Okay, but like I destroyed the list, sure, but like, that wasn't the only copy.
It's not as fun if you think about several bureaucrats going, just gotta go print off another one. Just gotta print off another.
Grenades and health.
3, this is 2-1. I have eyes on. Stand 2. Enemy advancing on your location.
Request covering fire. We got more hostiles coming in.
Negative 3. Cannot compromise our position. 2-1 out.
Generally speaking, stairs are not something you want to be having a gunfight over if you're on the bottom.
I love watching the videos of new recruits going in for room clearing and just the drill instructor just on the upper floor just going, smiling.
The first time you're in the situation, you know, you're doing like basic room clearing at your little shoot house school. And you're like, okay, yeah, I've got the concept here. And then they're like, okay. And now there's stairs. And you're looking at them and you go, yes, I suppose I hadn't thought this far ahead. This is a conundrum. How do I do this? And the answer is you just fucking do it and you expect to die. And sometimes you don't. Stairs are the most fatal of the fatal funnels. Oh god. Just fucking die. God, he got back up.
Oh god, those tanks beside you are scary.
Oh yes, they are.
Wire transfer.
Okay, you guys saw that, right?
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, you're not dead yet?
Is he like a boss?
Stop getting back up! Okay, no, he's just ragdolling, he's not getting up.
War. It's fantastic.
War as heck. But brother, I'm a heck raiser.
Is slightly bothered.
2-1. We have eyes on hostiles and surrounding buildings.
Oh god, no!
Area we will support from our location. Over.
Now you will support from your location.
Targets ×7. Correction, ×10. Sweep and clear the area. Move now. Move now.
Smile of doom into my brain mates. Oh, I mean, sure, it's not the same, but when I got sent back to do all that research on Friday, I think that was, I got a little bit of a smile of doom, like...
I have like no fucking health. You know where I'm at. Come to me. We'll see.
There's varying degrees of smile, but please.
Okay, that got me some health. Toyota Hilux, brought to you by nitroglycerin.
Are you telling me in combat, cars don't suddenly explode like that?
Oh, sure they can. You know, if they're filled with picric acid.
I'm just talking like the standard Honda Civic. Yeah, just
Yeah.
rolling down the street.
Now, cars in gunfights tend to get very full of holes, but not very flowy uppy. Did I kill him? No! God, no! Please, God, no. Hi! Okay. At least those guys drop med kits.
Especially considering all the fleshy bits that are available on them, including the legs, the arms.
What building haven't I cleared? That one, with the guy shooting at me?
No, it's gotta be another one. The Ford Pinto, yes. Oh god, what was it? One of the newer electric cars? They had all the cells in the back, and it's just like, you've learned nothing from the Ford Pinto.
Oh yeah, putting the hydrogen fuel cells on the back.
I mean, it's a good way of getting revenge on anybody that tailgates you.
Yeah.
Hydrogen, it doesn't explode.
Wait, the AK needs like 5 magazines against the body armor guy, but the Spaz needs 2 shots? Yeah. Yep. Video games, man.
Frenchy.
Yeah, see, first mission took me 6 minutes. Second mission took me 40.
Wasn't that one of the more horrifying things with the newer electric cars is all the strategies to put out the batteries don't really work? With the amount of water needed to put out a car fire is...
It's a lot of water, yes.
They can even submerge the bloody thing and it'll continue.
It's also, they're going to be very hard on the environment when they become the norm.
How did you know
I did see my first Cybertruck in person today.
Really?
Yeah, it looks kind of dumb.
You needed to see it in person.
No, I thought it looked kind of dumb in pictures too, but it looks kind of dumb in person.
Like, just, when you look at it, does it have a shine to it? Is it like DeLorean level? Shiny?
Yeah, it's like a brushed finish almost, but a little bit shinier than, you know, like brushed steel on a stove or a fridge. The panels are not super straight. You can see, because they're so reflective, you can see that even, I mean, this one was brand new. There's a little bit of wave in the panels because there's no like strengthening ribs or anything.
Ugh.
Yeah. I can't imagine what repairing those from fender benders and impacts are going to be.
So how did you know she had info on the American?
Sergeant Solomon was in her unit. He tipped me
Well,
off.
yeah. Also, it's horrible in crash safety.
I don't believe in coincidence.
And they didn't even have a rating.
Carver wanted an access of advance from the east. Plan was
Yeah,
to cross
Ford
the
is
cemetery
killing the
edge Mazda and then hit
F-150
steel
due to
line
lack of
far
sales and
side.
returns.
We were less than a click
Well,
away when we got hit.
yeah, the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America. But it's mostly to people who've been buying Ford trucks since 1963. And that is not the crowd that's going to be your early adopters on electric.
I've always...
No, go ahead.
I've always been with the idea like, hey, look at what the hybrid
Stop running.
idea...
I want to look at your gear. Stop running. Stop running. No, I won't let me shoot you. Stop running. God damn it. Stop running. Okay, so... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that's a... It's a G36 with an M4 stock for some reason. Or no! That's a G36 with a Coyote MP5 stock on an adapter. It's a C model. No. Yes, it's a C model with the iron sight rail.
That's at least two
Stop
or
looking
three
at your
guns in
Uzi.
there.
Okay. So that's some crazy fucking like 1998 Delta vest, like fucking VBSS vest.
And isn't that helmet like straight out of the original SWAT team?
It's just a Mitch helmet with no cover on it. But it is a Mitch because you can see she's got the little antenna attached to it. Oh, fuck yeah. Or no! No, that's the antenna from the backpack.
Yeah, it's from the backpack, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, it might be an ACH, but it would be Mitch. I mean, they're the same fucking thing. What do you got for a backpack? Looks like it could be anything. You've got a gas mask bag on this leg. You've got magazine pouches and a butt pack. And we don't see enough of the radio to know what it is. So I'll assume it's a Prick 77, because it's the thing I hate.
What's that?
Because it's heavy and it's dumb.
No, what is it, the thing that you hate? What is the heavy?
The Prick 77. It's a backpack radio. Initially designed in the late Vietnam period, used up until invasion of Iraq-ish. Yeah, shooter doesn't know shit. Shut the fuck up.
There's no sheep shit from cherry stones. Love that expression.
Enemy seen, get ready.
You haven't been ready this entire time.
What the fuck is that even supposed to mean?
Cover me, I'm moving in.
You were originally considered to be just relaxed, having a nice little jaunt in.
Really? Walther 2000.
Wow!
In 2006, in a small Russian town, confined entirely within your kitchen. May I see it?
Can I see it?
Seymour! We got the what? Oh, yeah. Shooty, shooty, bang, bang stuff. Yeah. Fuck you. Alright, come on. See?
We got more hostiles coming in.
See, that wasn't so hard. That guy just kept shooting at fucking headstones because they're all freakishly tall in this cemetery. You know, was this a cemetery HOA? Is that the reason they're all this tall? Find what cover? Oh, him?
Probably it's one of those situations where the cemetery owner's son was also
A stonemason?
the stonemason, so
That's fair.
in nepotism. It's fantastic.
Nepotism. Brother, it's nepotism o'clock. Come on, come on, come on. Pokey pokey. Oh, you went the other... No? Okay. Oh, I see. That's indestructible. I'm gonna run out of fucking ammo at this rate. Alright, you live for the now.
Three batteries?
Damn it.
Wow.
AI in this game leaves a lot to be desired, huh?
I think they spent more
As,
time on...
as does the sensitivity of the controller. This is a little bit painful. Oh, am I about to have company on my floor?
What other rare guns are you just gonna find throughout the countryside?
Plenty, I am sure. This is, you know, the movie gun, like, if there's anywhere that a movie gun that 4 of them were ever made would show up, it's this game. Because it's a love letter to movie guns. In the best way possible.
I'm wondering when the jackhammer is gonna show up.
That's actually what I was about to mention. Was,
The Pancor.
yeah, the Pancor jackhammer would be something that I would have expected to see in the sequel. It's not in this game. What now?
Is that rotary grenade launcher? But I think that actually was used.
Which rotary grenade launcher?
Kind of looked like just like a really big revolver.
The Milcor?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, the Milcor. Yeah, the Milcor is in standard issue usage with U.S. military, a bunch of Western militaries. And then there's a, I believe it is Serbian kind of competitor that is common enough in Russian and Russian adjacent circles.
We're talking about like, the little rotary grenade launcher, kind of big, silvery.
Which the like I said, I think it's Serbian. It's the RGB-6. It's what showed up in Metal Gear Solid 2 as a rotary grenade launcher.
Cool.
That was kind of a weird choice for that game because, again, it's not nearly as common as the Milcor is. Anytime now. I'm on easy.
I'm sure your AI companion's helping you a lot. I'm sure she's yeah.
And it's a good thing that there's 60 rounds in these magical AK mags. Because I'm using all of them.
You got those taped ones. You got the electrical tape flippies. Your character's just so fast you never see it happen.
Something like that. Alright, so muzzle stamping them in the back of the head works.
The Land Warrior program. Yes, I remember reading about that.
What about Land Warrior?
Oh, they were just in chat. They're going through about the old Delta Force games and the Delta Force Land Warrior, Delta Force 2.
Oh, yeah.
Really kind of exploring all the... I remember like popular mechanics reading about future soldier, future weaponry.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever watch that Discovery show, Future Weapons?
Yes.
With the bald guy who used to be a Navy SEAL?
Oh, yes. Forget his name, but yes.
He was a SEAL, right? I think he was a SEAL. And he always talked really softly when he was talking about things like, I always, for whatever reason, remember when I think back to that show. I remember him just fawning over the corner shot.
Yes.
Which, as a concept, is interesting, but so niche that, you know what? The job of the infantry is to close with and engage the enemy, and I'm gonna fucking do that, because I suck at long distance in this game. You guys want a fucking hand grenade? Here's some hand grenade.
Ambassador Pineapple says hello.
Why are you still alive? There, this is my mausoleum now.
Why did I think Bill go? No, that's something else.
This is 2-1. Enemy advancing. 12 o'clock. Pick
Hey,
your
Diggs.
targets. Fire at will.
Enemy advancing 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock to where? Okay, so if that's 2 o'clock, then your noon, your 12 o'clock is there. That is useless. Use a standard reference point, lady.
God, that always confused me in games when people would say 2 o'clock. Like, from what perspective?
That is very useful if you've got a common reference point that everybody knows. For instance, if you're a tank or an airplane, which is why they used it for airplane.
It makes sense. You're all within the vessel.
Yeah, or even you know, if your squad is all moving in one direction, you say, okay, contact 2 o'clock. And they'll figure that out pretty fast. But we are holed up in the remains of a mausoleum that we just took from the enemy. We are facing outward, as you are intended to do in a defensive position. Fuck you! Strongly worded letter to follow.
It does, Diggs. I agree with you. It does almost feel
Hey,
kind of
Diggs.
fake.
Oh, this game feels like a fucking Jason Bourne movie. You know, it's very cool and very GWAT TM. You know, they've got a lot of militarism in the game, but you know, it's not something that a CIA agent would watch and be like, oh yes, this is a realistic portrayal of what I do.
This is the person that you'd be paying the young kid to try to do this.
Intel reports a tunnel system in the basement.
And failing horribly.
Intel reports... What intel reported to you in the last 2 seconds that you now know there's a tunnel in the basement? You could have told me that in the pre-operation briefing. I'm sure we had an op org. Put that in the op org.
Somehow they stumbled upon the tunnel system that's beneath this entire complex, and this is now exciting news she wishes to share.
Alright, we're going to the secret basement tunnel, I guess.
But she's in danger. How many secret areas do you think have been found by people just falling into structural instabilities?
Oh, plenty, I'm sure. Oh, come on, that wasn't a destructible objective. I didn't just get rid of some compromising photos or something. I almost just shot her. Hey, holy shit. Yeah. That's a grenade problem. Sometimes you look at a problem and you're like, yeah, this is a rifle problem. Nah, that was a grenade problem. Oh, hey, a second Walther 2000. Man. Oh, and flipped open the cap.
Raiding this stash of that one guy in California that does have like 2 or 3 of them.
I guess.
I learned about that gun from Hitman, and damn, it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful weapon. It was intended to be a police sniper weapon. Fulfill the same niche that the PSD-1 does.
It's a sexy looking gun too.
I shot that guy in the gut. The Masquerade is lost a little bit when you give me a magnified scope so I can see exactly what I'm shooting at. Yeah, where are we going? Oh wow, there's a lot of people here who don't like me. I'm going back in the hole. Alright, so maybe blanket aggression without any, overriding.
I'm sure your government agency has a purpose.
Well, I was getting at my aggression at all costs manner of. Okay, somehow I blew up the warhead on his RPG when he just fired it. Alright.
Odd.
Hey. Have fun. It's grenade o'clock.
It's grenade o'clock time.
Jesus Christ!
Amway's calling. We've got grenades.
How many of you guys have RPGs?
He had a sailor. Or whatever the Soviet equivalent of.
And how long are you going to shoot RPGs at me? Oh. I am stuck in terrain. This is not good. Oh no. Well. Goodbye, cruel world. Yeah, Walthers will do that.
Yep, just like 45.
2 o'clock to brunch. I kind of miss goofy stuff like the Land Warrior Project now. Yeah. Oh, hey.
I just love the idea of like having all the exoskeleton support, the kinetic boots that charge the batteries, the comfort cooling.
Well,
systems.
so the problem with the kinetic boots is, you can't create free energy. So that is going to make it slightly harder to walk. And over the course of, 30 miles, that is going to have an effect that can be measured on troop stamina and capability.
Use the trenches for cover. Don't give away your position unless you have a clear shot.
Would that not then necessitate a modification on what might need to be required by troops? Because I'm sure that you could think of a couple of pieces of equipment that would not necessarily be needed for you to ruck through the middle of hell constantly.
That's not the way the military works, unfortunately. Fuck you. Yeah, we'll still have those guys, and they will overload those guys even more now because you got your fucking robot legs. You can carry, 5 radios instead of 4.
Oh, that hurts to hear.
No, that's exactly why we want them, right? It's not so they can run faster. It's not so they can, be more graceful in their movements. It's so that they can carry more shit. And that is going to result in an even more overloaded warfighter. To use a very dated term, but was in the middle of my head because of... Stop bouncing around, you son of a bitch.
But wouldn't mobility be something ideal?
Sort of. Everything is a balancing act, right? It's a balancing act between carrying your equipment. Oh, he's not there yet. We gotta wait for him to come around the corner.
Because the more things you carry in, the more things you have to repair and supply.
But... So why over the last 30 years has the amount of equipment that police are expected to carry on their person doubled? I'm stuck in terrain again. What the fuck? Can I blow myself out?
I'm assuming that would be the increased complexity or your scope of practice, to use terms I understand, has expanded, or your duty role?
No, it's that we keep making more shit that it would be a nice capability for cops to have, and therefore we keep adding it to their tool belt so that they can use it when it's appropriate without having any real thought for what an additional 3 pounds, 2 pounds, half pound here will do long term being carried on the human body. You know, we are spending $60,000 on average to repair police officers' backs at some point in their careers. The same thing happens in the military.
My scoff is more out of the, I'm sure orthopedic surgeons have.
Please, God, have enough grenades to kill me. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, given that is the case, I don't see it being all that likely that people are going to say, oh, now that, you know, we have this capability to carry more gear, we are going to use it in moderation because the warfighter's already overloaded as it is. To again use a very dated phrase from about the era this game was made. The operator would be the modern term.
Use the trenches for cover. Don't give away your position unless you have a clear shot.
It's almost like the soldier's budget or economy. We never think about going back. We only think about what can we add more of.
I mean, think about what equipment were people expected to carry on them in World War One. It wound up being about 40 pounds of gear. In World War II, it was about the same, 40 pounds of gear. And many of them got rid of shit because they said, oh, I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need that. You look at pictures of Americans in the Hurtgen Forest, and they have literal hobo rolls that are mostly food and water because that was the stuff that was important to them. They are wearing the warmest clothes they've got. They're wearing almost every ounce of clothing on average. And they are carrying only the essentials. When you do long distance hiking, a pack weight of over 20 before food and water is considered heavy. There are an entire community of people who do ultralight hiking, which is usually 10 to 12 pounds with your food and water. Because we recognize that the more weight you have to deal with on a long distance hike like that, the worse off you are going to be, both from a stamina and capability point of view,
Of course.
But also just long-term effects on the human body.
I mean, when I was doing half marathons and the like, they were even adding a pound of water. It was significant, and that's a relatively short distance compared to what you're explaining.
But
It's like,
in the global war on terror, we regularly had guys stepping off on patrols with over 120 pounds of gear.
how did you not have constant heat casualties?
We did.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of heat casualties. They just did not become fatal heat casualties because we're much better at the logistical back end on medical than anybody else who's had recent fights in those conditions. You know, you look at Iran, Iraq, weather-related casualties make up most of theirs on both sides. Lady, I need you to deal with the people close to us because I have the fucking sniper rifle. So you're close cover, I am distance. How this works. Just a little faster and he'll access the Speed Force. Scared to ask, but what is this janky game? This is Black from 2006. We are back to the Surge, baby. This is what pre-Jason Bourne movie conspiracy bullshit looked like. Yep. Time to, now that I've cleverly drawn the RPG sniper out by using my own body as bait. There he is.
You suck! Sounds like a Zap Braddock. By throwing wave after wave of men against the killbots, I learned they had a maximum value.
Can I dump this yet? Please, please die. You know, it's amazing how damaging their AKs are considering how little effect I had with them. Will you kill him already? I still don't think he's fucking dead. No, he's not. You were useless. Ugh. Oh.
God.
Whenever you're ready, just deal with that.
I thought this was the 90s, but no, you're right. I've been corrected. 2006. Yeah, I was just at the tail end of my archaeology degree. Yep.
Get out of there? What do you mean?
You've made a lot of noise. They finally heard you.
Yeah, Bakwadayachet. I mean, I assume they're speaking Russian. It would be levels of jank that I don't think even this game was willing to deal with, to hire people to pretend to speak Russian that don't. I'm sure it's not really great Russian, like grammatically, but they're probably real words. And fuck, it might be Romanian or Ukrainian or... Do you know what that means? I'm moving to flank? I don't think you do. I was not moving to flank. I was advancing forward.
That means you're just moving to attack them from behind or from the side?
Yes, typically. Oh, hey, it's a Spaz 12 guy. Die, die, die.
He's the knee power.
I heard a scream. Yep. That's what you get for corner camping. Ooh, RPG ammo. There we go.
Man, this is the 2000s.
Yep. Yeah, if you want, we can do a 90s game sometime. These games are fun. They're
think there
very
was,
chunky.
That people were really wanting you to do Sin. I think people have been writing in because
Oh,
I
Sin's
have-
barely a 90s game. It's like 99.
Okay, I'm gonna. The old man has to go look up 90s games. Oh my god. GoldenEye.
Yeah, GoldenEye's a 90s game.
Half-Life. I mean, you guys have already done that one.
Yeah.
You need to do one that doesn't have stupid jump puzzles if you can find them.
Oh, platformers?
Platformers.
Yeah.
Oh, Thief: The Dark Project.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful game. Quake.
Let's see. There's this, we could do one of the Army Men games from the 90s. Those are fun.
Oh.
RDO. Have I been here?
Enemy seen. Get ready.
Resident Evil.
Enemy seen? What is that supposed to mean?
She's just. Fallout 2 is 98? Oh my god. Right up there with StarCraft. Huh.
StarCraft
3D
1
was 92. Oh yeah, always consider me thinking that it'll always be the first one. When I say it.
Take 'em out.
Copy that.
Unreal Tournament. Ah, sorry.
Oh, come on. That one went through him.
System Shock.
Yeah, System Shock.
Oh, Soldier of Fortune. I think that would be something that you and Tech should definitely play. But I don't know how Twitch would take it. Only the first one. Never the. It would have been nice if they ever made a third one. Yeah. Don't ever play it. It's got fun.
Yeah, no, I missed that one.
You've never played Soldier of Fortune, the first one?
Nope. I never played any of them. I did play Navy SEALs. If you ever...
Oh, Ghost Recon?
No, Navy SEALs. It was an officially licensed Navy SEALs game that was approved by the United States Navy.
Huh.
Yep, you can look it up. So there was Navy SEALs 1, 2, and 3.
Navy SEALs. Yeah.
Navy SEALs 1 is the one that I played, and I wasn't very good at it because I was very young at the time.
Oh, you mean SOCOM?
Yeah, SOCOM.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
SOCOM, US. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
It's late.
No. That's. It would make sense. Special Operations Command. I think that's what SOCOM is.
Multiple shooters.
I heard those were brutal. I've never played them.
Those were difficult. I only ever played the first one because I was very poor and I got it on sale somewhere in a dollar bin. Where do we go from here?
I also really enjoyed playing America's Army.
America's Army, yeah.
Yes, I quite enjoyed it. Like, just I'd love just joining through the training, especially the medic training and that. Yeah, shocker. But it was good. It really taught. You learned what an OPA is, an NPA. You learned what a tourniquet is used for. It's...
Yes, you do.
These are really valuable. How many people have an OPA? Need an OPA, but
Dude, I think she just tanked that fucking RPG round.
badass.
I had so many of those discs from Army recruiters. Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, I still remember. It's like one of those core memories about when you're doing the medic training. You go to one of the army hospitals and two of the nurses are just standing there. They're talking about the health benefits of joining the army and the housing.
Uh-huh.
It's like, fair. And there was the bitch of a. Oh, what mission was it? The one they were doing. Evasion or Spears training, I think it is. Yeah, America's Army was almost.
Yeah, for those too young, America's Army was a free video game that the Army distributed as an attempt to recruit people. You could get it from just about any Army recruiter, and sometimes Air Force or Navy ones too.
Back in the almost somewhat back in the days.
We're talking like Windows 95 to 98 era. I don't think they kept it up much after that. No. Oh yeah.
James was still making video games.
Mm-hmm. Jane's Fighting Aircraft. Yep. Okay, there's more ammo. I need an AK though.
Yeah, no, definitely. Soldier of Fortune would be something you and Dex would quite enjoy. Oh, I'd love to see you guys do like the original Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
But the original one, not the Siege thing. With Ding Chavez.
Did they actually have him in the video games?
Yes. Ding was the basically boots on the ground head of
Rainbow.
Yeah, of Rainbow.
Okay.
Six was
6 is Clark.
Is Clark? Yeah.
I didn't know that they'd actually incorporated that into the game. Because I never got to play the Rainbow Six games.
Yeah. Clark pretty much is the one that just yells at you when you fuck up horribly.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, fair. But the whole...
We're going
from
backwards.
The books, very much so. He's the kind of guy that everyone took as the character, but he was also the best, so you never wanted him as your player.
Hmm.
You wanted to take the shitty guy because their overall role was based on you, not their AI characteristics.
Yeah, so you could perform better than the AI could. And therefore, you should not limit yourself. I gotcha. Alright, come on. I have a rocket launcher and reckless abandoned for my own well-being. Let's go.
I didn't know Ding was the commander in the later Vegas ones. Those were campy fun. I like those.
Yeah, like I said, I never got a chance to play any of the Rainbow Six games, so it's news to me that they even included them as characters.
We got a machine gun! Take it out! Take it out!
This.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Fuck-ups were common in Rainbow Six. No question. The
Where'd I
idea
leave
of
that?
sending it in a team against armed people with Ebola in the air. Gotta tell you, those biohazard suits, they ain't known for their bulletproof nature. You ever had the pleasure of wearing one of those?
I've been in MOP and I've been in positive pressure.
Okay. So you've had the whole gown around, the tank on the back, the... Okay. I've never had that one. I've had the sealed in-hospital kind of suit with helmet on attached to the air supply.
Yeah, no, so before, as you know, and probably chat knows, I think I've talked about it before. Before I was a cop, I did go through Fire Academy, graduated first in my class. Tried to get into firefighting full time, and wound up actually getting a job at a sheriff's office before the firefighting thing ever panned out. So part of that is I went for hazmat operations. So I'm trained to work in a hazmat environment and all of that. Now granted, that was long ago, and since I haven't used it, I've lost a lot of that, but still have the certification. Still deal with it.
Me. So, from the
Rainbow
story
7
thing-
is cooler.
Sorry, what? Oh.
Chat.
No, biohazard training in that was always quite interesting to me. I always wanted to take a trip to the biohazard facility in Winnipeg.
Okay.
Like it's Canada's highlight. I mean, I always joke we put it in the middle of downtown Winnipeg because we don't care what happens to Winnipeg if anything gets released. But it's like our level 4. I don't know if we have more than that.
Did we got through 204 without having a drop. We're at 221.
Holy. Huh. You clean up Texas messes all the time. Does that count as hazmat? I think that works for...
Hellbender and Terminal Velocity. I didn't play either of them. Yes, Brett, this is Black. We were feeling nostalgic for an era of video games that no longer exists. So, since there was never a PC port, we're doing this on an emulator. We're probably halfway-ish through the game now. It's actually a short game when you sit down and just pound through the missions. Terminal Velocity was an Apache game. Sounds right. What might be fun on this one is oh, what was the time travel one? It's the last game Raven Studios made before they got bought. No, Time Splitters is fucking awesome. I would play Time Splitters for the channel.
It's that kind of like Russian one where...
Yeah, you're on the island, you're an American like reconnaissance pilot, you get shot down.
It's like
Yeah.
a single word.
Switches there. Before long, things got out of hand. Mistakes started being
When
made.
chat catches up with us. Singularity, thank you.
Singularity.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when chat catches up with us, they'll know it.
Took them all out, single-handed. Everything changed.
Time Splitters is rad. Time Splitters,
So what else did you
anytime somebody complains that
Most wanted was
Indie
life.
and
Name,
AAA
profile, do not approach tab,
don't do
but
what
it
they
was hidden.
want, I
Most
point to
wanted
Time Splitters
terrorist
and
was
say
one
there
of
was
them.
a
and you believed her?
Why wouldn't I?
era of video games where games would just come out and they weren't AAA and they weren't indie, they were just kind of in there.
Division figured for
And
two
most of
cut-off
them
seventh waves
are
happened, the next best
kind
thing
of
was to
schlocky,
disrupt
but
operations.
occasionally there's a
It was
gem.
deemed too dangerous.
And when there was a gem, they'd pluck that out and they'd give the
strike.
sequel more money
So McCarver's
and
crew was
they
tasked.
make
No
a
way
series
anyone
out of
in
it.
their
And
right
Time
mind
Splitters
would
is a
volunteer for
perfect
this.
example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sent my boy Raven to the Call of Duty mines.
Oh, Sibby.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Eat,
EA.
Eat toast.
EA. Well, even this is distributed by EA, and I believe EA bought Criterion not long after this game released. Yeah, Activision did the same stupid shit. Any chance for a Medal of Honor playthrough like the OG? Oh, see, now I get the weird... That is a weird E36. Look at that. Look at that tiny little charging handle.
Because it was, they were more of like the little flip handle rather than the kind of like that.
So yeah,
Pull
an
up.
actual G36. It's a ambidextrous centerline handle where those two little things are just above that look like they're supposed to be like Weaver rails, but they're not.
Yeah.
That is where the charging handle is on a G36. It's got a flapper that you can pull to either side, so you can charge it either handed, and you just pull back to charge it.
That Picatinny rail is
Not Picatinny, that's Weaver.
It's not. That's
Picatinny
Weaver.
has a set number of a set space between each gap. Weaver is similar, but not the same, and it does not have a set distance. So the 90s, you'd see Weaver rails all the time. And then Picatinny slowly took over from Weaver as the dominant... Did I just teleport?
Yep. Yes, you certainly did, sir. You certainly did.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the... You've been shot in the head too many times in the game, so...
Yeah,
you're
I
just
guess.
now jumping around.
Got them armored kneecaps. Good fucking god.
Oh, you know he's a super elite because he's got the Adidas stripes.
Yeah, he's a baller, a shot caller. He's got 20-inch rims on that there baller.
Word, dog. Yes, Zinthar. It's good to see you. And yes, this is Black.
Is this Singularity? No, this is Black. Yes.
Singularity looks nicer. This looks good for the time period, but this is a little bit on the...
This holds up better than it should for being now 18 years old. 18 years old now. But it's simple, like the way they've designed it and done the visuals is simple, but very distinctive. You know, they're not trying to do the hyper realistic thing that would come into vogue here in probably, well, let's see, Modern Warfare 1 was 2008, so 2 years after this would be hyper-realism. This is one of the weird modern military shooters that was around before Call of Duty became the thing to emulate. And I am getting rambly. Sorry.
For what?
For getting rambly?
You're not rambly at all.
I've been talking continuously for 2.5 hours. It's hard not to do that without rambling.
I don't think anyone...
God, there's so many of you. I have so few shot shells.
You certainly haven't sounded any more rambly than me, which is...
Alright, we'll let them come to me, because I'm feeling the hurt. Conflict series is pretty good.
Like the world in conflict?
I think it means conflict.
I don't even...
You guys really are not going to come? Alright. Yeah. Game Daemon indeed, my friend. Free home.
Man.
Mendoza.
Mendoza.
Well, this may be marginally better than the AK. No, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now he's dead. I bet that's how they wanted me to handle that. I will say that I'm getting better at being able to fill dead space. It used to be something I... The fuck did she just say?
Copy that 2-1. I have visual. Smoke 12 o'clock.
I thought she just asked me to smoke some cherries.
She wants you to smoke some Jerry's. She's going back to World War II. You really time traveled. Yes, we'll smoke the Jerry's. Get the Tommies and the cookers and...
You're out of position. Do you copy? You are out of position. You're approaching a minefield. You do not have time to bypass.
Yes, I will definitely agree. You and Tex have definitely found your form quite well.
Yeah, no,
you guys do
Tex...
a really good job.
Tex has always been good at filling dead air. I am less so, but I'm learning. I do love that the G36 is a gun that is almost entirely polymer, and yet they've still lovingly worn all the edges so that they appear to be worn metal. Yeah, that's one way to clear a minefield. So, when you lay minefields, I'm no combat engineer, but I do know enough that when you lay minefields, it's recommended you don't lay them so close that they sympathetically detonate each other. Because that defeats the point of the fucking minefield if it self-clears with one casualty.
I would think that the purpose of the minefield would be slightly defeated by, especially if it got set off by the first mine and not later on when the patrol was moving over.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be really fucking scary for the guys that trip that minefield. but you don't want it to be just really scary for them. You want it to be really scary for them so they get stuck in the middle while you are nominally in Overwatch so that you can continue to shoot at the area and prevent them from getting combat engineers up to start clearing it. Minefields on their own get defeated like immediately. You have to have some kind of supporting elements behind it to defend it, otherwise it's not actually an obstacle worth anybody's time. And that's the concept of operations, like the mine plow tanks. You put those in front of your armored elements so that they can clear a path through the minefield. There's supposed to be guys there whose goal in life is to kill that tank so it blocks the channel that it has just cleared.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because then you have to not only bring up another minefield clearing tank, you also have to decide on a new best place to try to breach the minefield.
Or you go full speed ahead and risk it, which is...
Yeah, like one of the more clever things I've seen done. Oh. Yeah, see, you shouldn't have that. One of the more clever things I've seen done is people who, when they had an opportunity, they moved the lane tape. Because engineers will usually mark cleared paths through minefields with some kind of marker tape. And if you have the time and can do it without being seen and it's worth your effort, you can actually go... I think I literally just ran through that. Yes. You can go move the tape so that it looks like there's a cleared lane through a section they haven't. And have forces that are unprepared drive through the active part of the field. Alright, I need to take a break real fast. Oh, in Desert Storm, if I recall correctly, the UK sent like a battalion of obsolete mine clearing tanks. All they did was training exercises the whole time, not a single non-training op, and they suffered 50% vehicle casualties. And Laos wanted to buy up cows in Europe during Mad Cow for clearing mines. I'd heard that as well. The det cord launcher thing is one of the weirdest ways I've ever seen to clear a minefield. Those...
The C4 thing.
Go ahead.
Oh, no. I was going to ramble. You go, please.
The explosive det cord launcher. So those are less and less effective as time goes on, because we are starting to get sympathetic detonation resistant mines. As people realize that those are actually rather effective to clear a straight line through a field. You just need to go to the Zack Schneider School of Combat Engineering. Exactly. No, so yeah, those are cool. Those are effective, but within the next decade, we're going to see the effectiveness of those wane in peer-v-peer combat. People who are still using legacy Soviet systems are still going to get have problems fighting those. But at this point, we're reaching the point where they're common enough that I wouldn't want to just run in there without double checking after I've done a det cord detonation. I would want to have a secondary means of ensuring my lane was clear before I started moving troops through. Alright, let me go refill my water glass and use the restroom, and we will see what we can do on this mission once more. Hey, magical hack, raiding with a party of 4. Howdy.
Welcome.
You know, the first time that happened, somebody raided the channel. Was on Crow's stream, and we thought that it was a bad thing, so we banned them all. Because nobody told us. Nobody told us. We're just trying to be good mods. We're like, who are these fuckfaces? And we banned them all.
That makes sense.
We don't know who it was. You know, we've been dealing with sex bots like all day.
Yep.
So yeah, whoever, if God forbid you're one of the 61 people watching this, if you rated the courtesy flush and then got immediately banned, I'm sorry.
I mean, when you say it's a raid, there's not many good times in history where the word raid has occurred in a
It was a
positive
knee-jerk
sense.
reaction, you know. It is what it is. Okay, I will be back in 2 minutes, guys. We'll put it on commercial, I guess.
Where's the other half? Oh shit!
Whoa.
He's gone.
I must go. My people need me.
Yep, that's correct. That's what they do.
God, he even runs like a fucking stripper.
How many strippers have you seen run, Deputy?
Oh, they're fast in heels, man. You gotta be careful.
Type of shitpost based Valhalla. An absurdist comedy club where all great shitposters exist. Where nothing is serious, where irony is the only language we speak. We go out into the world and we come back with new and greater extremities, to dragging them in like a fresh kill so that we show them to other shitposters. And at the end of each day, the material is wiped clean and anew. The world is remade in new and more absurd ways, and the only way we can cope with it is through greater acts of shitposting. And this shall be our eternity. There might even be a feast of beans, terrible mac and cheese, pizza abominations, fucking carbonated sodas made of spaghetti. You have no idea. This could be ours. This could be our fate, and you are but one step from realizing this opportunity for yourself. I'm so proud.
Alright, and we are back. Are we back?
I think we're back.
You guys see...
I don't see anything pop up yet, but there's a bit of a delay.
Okay, do we have video?
I ain't see shit.
Why do we suddenly not have video?
Sorry, Doug.
That was weird.
We're back in black.
Happy.
Now it's working.
Yeah, man, this game is black.
I see the screen of game and it is quite black.
Alright. Any raiders that are still here, howdy. Sorry you picked an unfortunate time to hop into the raid. Alright, back at the foundry. Back once again with the Renegade Master. D4 Damager. Power to the people. That's big beat music, son. A magical time known as the late 90s. Oh yeah, I love the G36 and its 70-round magazines.
Those Germans know how to...
They really know how to squeeze them in.
Oh, I'm just waiting for you to find like a G11 somewhere.
They're not in the game.
Oh.
The last assault rifle that we haven't seen yet is the M4.
Wow.
Yeah.
The rare M4.
Dude, it was not a common game to see in video games, or a common gun to see in video games. Okay, so they are outside of the range of the G36. Interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, again, remember, this was 2006, it was pre-Call of Duty. AR variants had not become as ubiquitous as they are today in both, you know, modern real life and in video games. Because most people weren't making modern military shooters. They were either doing futuristic stuff or they were doing historical stuff. The Reykjavik, well, I think he pronounces it Reykjavik, but Reykjavik. Documentary on Call of Duty 4. He does, I think it's a 40-minute documentary. Oh, fuck you. Frick. Goes into detail about their decision. You know, they'd wanted to do a modern Call of Duty long before they wound up actually doing it. And nobody wanted them to, because World War II was where the money was at. So, World War II is what the developers wanted from the team, and that's what they kept asking them to do, especially once Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3 were so popular. Because they really were. Yeah, that was an era where Medal of Honor was still doing okay, but it wasn't doing as good as it had. When Call of Duty comes onto the screen, it's much more cinematically driven. It's got good game design. You know,
especially when it pushed into Modern Warfare.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm talking about just Call of Duty 1. You know, it's reminded people, and comparisons were made to Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers, which were juggernauts of TV and film that were only a couple years old at that point. So it got a lot of attention, and it got a lot of early fans. From that. Do what I meant it to? No. I use grenades the way they were meant to be used. Liberally and without regard for friendly or civilian casualties. There's a time where some companies were afraid of backlash from the video games will make people want guns IRL people. Oh yeah, Jack Thompson was massive at the time. Very influential. Oh, it's smoke or any chimneys.
Copy that 2-1. I have visual. Smoke 12 o'clock.
There were some really unique ones. I love the guy, I think he was out of California, who was against violent video games and then was found to be a gun runner.
Mm-hmm. Out of position. Do you copy? You are out of position. You're approaching a minefield. You do not have time to bypass. Advance and watch for tripwires. Bravo 3, detonate the mines with your weapon before advancing.
This is my weapon.
Oh, this is my rifle. This is my gun.
Well, it sounds like they had fun. God, you're still here.
He's enthusiastic.
Fuck. Yep, that's a soft level. Give me your gun. Fuck, fuck. Wrong button. There we go.
Yes. Most back in the days where AI had lacked the ability to have object permanence. What am I saying? Back in the days, we have a lot of games these days that are exactly like that.
Object permanence is hard, man. I know people that struggle with object permanence.
You aren't wrong.
Just so in, the guard will eventually forget your presence. Yep.
Yeah, after a while, it's people are just like, you know what? I didn't see this. I don't care. I just want to go home and take a nap.
Speaking of object permanence, good God. Alright, I really need you guys to stop being more accurate with these guns than I am. Because when you shoot me, it hurts. And when I shoot you, it appears to have no lasting effect.
It's a mild inconvenience.
Anytime. This is on easy, by the way. Because I was like, oh, they're very bullet spongy on medium. And I'm not really caring about level or any kind of pride or anything. I just want to get through the story and have a good time. And by the way, you are not nocturnal like I am. So if at any point you feel it is in your best interest to leave, please do. Will not feel bad.
I appreciate it because I am hanging on a thread and I need to be heading off to bed.
Yeah, so go. I appreciate you hanging out with me. It's been fun.
I appreciate it. It's a rare time I can find my schedule, so I'm happy to be here. Have a fantastic night, everyone. I've even updated. Yes, Diggs, I've updated the chat to say I showed up. Wink. I'm a good boy.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a bad boy, and I didn't. Okay. Have a good night, everyone.
Yep, see ya. Sneaky, sneaky. And yes, this is black, so this is as you put it, the gun catalog turned into a video game. The guns aren't super accurate to their real-life counterparts. This G36 has grown some interesting changes in its anatomy, we'll say. Normally, I do not recommend standing in a field to engage in your gunfight. So let's take my own advice here. And at least you can see these ones. It's not always so simple as Helldivers has taught us. Yeah, well, in Helldivers, I sometimes can't see the people. The guns are all I can see. Oh, come on. That didn't do anything. You didn't catch any shrapnel from that. These fucking guys sometimes. Now, of course there's another one out there. Nope. Cheeky breaky. Anytime now. This is just fucking sad, man. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright, let's try not to detonate any fucking mines this time. Ah, the button I meant to press. That 70 round mag must be filled with like 3mm or something. Yeah, they modeled everything on Airsoft, including the damage. It's holy fucking shit.
They got an RPG! Taking heavy RPG fire. Shots are coming from above.
At least they flank okay. Like, I wasn't expecting him to pop up behind me. Yeah, the Spaz 12 is really the guaranteed man killer in this game. Unfortunately, it's got the range of a wet fart, so I can't use it for stuff like this because I will have to charge headfirst into the enemy and die. It's not my preferred method of clearing issues. A foam football launcher, yeah. That's not a heavy RPG fire, that's one guy in trash bags of grenades. 40mm, if you examine it, at least in the Xbox edition, it has the holes for the BBs detailed in the game model. That sounds 100% right. So that was fairly common with a lot of video games at the time because they were considered kind of close enough. And in many cases they were. There's some laziness that can be found with it. I recall one of the more recent Call of Duty games had feed lips from an airsoft gun magazine visible on the vest of one of the bad guys. You'll see.
This is 2-1. Hostiles advancing on your location. I will provide sniper overwatch on your advance. Enemy down!
You'll see winders on high-cap mags on the bottom of magazines pretty often. I think including it in this game, if I remember. Yeah, the BB holes on the grenade, that's a funny one. I hadn't noticed it, but I'm not surprised at all.
Enemy on your point.
That's not how you use those words. Enemy on your point. There we go. Yeah, and do notice, I mentioned it before, but in case you weren't around, all of the... Ugh. Ugh. That's even uglier from outside. There we go.
Enemy in cover. I have the shot. Firing.
Keep accidentally doing that. That time I meant to. Let's see. It's trying to be all tactical and junk. Yeah. It's very tactical. Always do your reloads in cover. This is supposed to be a foundry? Oh, that kind of above me. Okay. 420. Nice.
They're everywhere. I need support.
When the bridge fight happens, it's gonna suck. There we go. He's not providing very good sniper overwatch. Ah, yes, it's a bulletproof grating. Man. Bad time to forget why you were here. What the fuck is that? Nothing like making people meet Jesus on Easter. Indeed. Digital people. Let's see. There's a nice, tidy little fucking mouse hole rat trap that I'm gonna have to cross through.
This is 2-1. I do not have a clear line of sight. I say again, I do not have a clear line of sight. I cannot cover your advance. Over.
At least a grenade will reliably kill those guys. Since, you know, bullets don't.
Visual reacquired. Standing by. Contact on your right.
So take care of it.
I'm losing visual.
I don't know that you really need to tell me every time you lose visual. Depth view of enemies on your point. Indeed I do, friend. Oh, Jesus Christ. So grenades and RPGs don't have splash damage, but the RPG gunner, the explosion that happens when I kill him, does. That's nice.
This is 2-1. Hostiles advancing on your location. I will provide sniper overwatch on your advance.
You won't do shit, lady.
Enemy down!
Alright, come on. Say the line. If it was fear, you could give them the point. I could. This game does do...
Enemy on your point.
Yeah, there we go. There's the line. This game does a good job of making it look like a massive firefight has just occurred in all these arenas.
Enemy in cover. I have the shot. Firing.
Yep. Got him. Good job. Whenever you're ready, take care of the others. I'll hang here. The fucking bullshit cannon is she shooting? Is she? Oh, she's up there. Nice. At least they actually put her on the map.
hands on that wheel!
He got there eventually.
Above you, above you!
They're everywhere! I need support!
Yeah, those are normal barrels. What's interesting is that I've noticed, generally speaking, I'm doing a pretty good job of changing my mags around at 30, which is a habit ingrained by many, many video games over the years. So these 60 round mags are throwing me for a bit of a loop. I awaken, still in my chair. Good God, you napped through this, Grimos? Alright, fuck you. There we go. Остался последний to you. Yeah, no, Grimos, this is the kind of game that will make your ears ring if you don't turn down the volume. Does that really count as on my right? That was a nice ragdoll animation, though. I think that probably was not a ragdoll, it was just animated to look like it was. There. Yep. See ya, everybody that's leaving. Do you think she's running low on ammo? I've changed guns like 8 times. Peace, Frosty. Shotgun says no.
Ford, this is 2-1. Wire the target. We're behind schedule. Blow the equipment and get out of there ASAP. Out.
Is that what we're doing here? Why are we wiring anything to blow? What are they making here that's so important?
Bravo 4, sit rep, over.
So what am I just...
Stand by. I got multiple hostiles moving along the perimeter.
Ah, there we go.
Bravo 3, infiltrate the structure and destroy all targets of opportunity. Bravo 4 will sweep and clear the perimeter. Copy?
So I'm the last remnant of Delta Team, I think. And their Bravo Team. Charlie Team was ambushed in the first level. And it's the reason why we went on this whole rampage. Okay, only some of the ammo crates explode. Interesting. Yeah, P90 is clearly cooler than a G36, so of course it does better. One of my dogs has started randomly coughing this evening. It's starting to get me worried. That wasn't even an AR I was using. That was a G36. And before that, an AK. Here's where I'm supposed to go. No, this is not where I'm supposed to go. Where I'm supposed to go? No, this is not where I'm supposed to go. Where do I go? Nope. I don't think that was it. Not in this monster closet. Oh yeah, don't miss late aughts console shooting. 100%. I'm sort of back in the hang of this again. It had been a while. Not down there. Go up here. The options are up here. Oh, I'm supposed to wire these to blow, I bet. Ow. I need to just throw a grenade at him?
This is 3. I'm taking out hard targets in the area. We'll advise further if necessary. Out.
Hard targets? Brother, it's a fucking horizontal mill. Dep. I painted some Greek-themed stuff recently. A hoplite, a star of mechs based off the Thebans, and soon I'll be painting another group, the Cretan Kingdom. Interesting. Greek stuff is not normally my wheelhouse. I love the Iliad and the Odyssey. Pups are doing okay.
Proceeding to next area.
It's my next area. I'm sure the Russians will burst in and tell me. That sounded like upstairs. Oh, nope, there it is. Yeah, 100 round mag in this P90. It was a 60 round mag in the AK and it's 70 in the G36C. I think the M4 also is a 100 round mag, if I remember. Alright. Yeah, the mills are remarkably accurate, but the guns are Walmart water guns. Excellent point. I love the little Picatinny rail on the side here. What's that supposed to do? And it's like way too fat to be a real Picatinny. So it is like the fake ones they put on Nerf guns for a while before they decided to use actual scale Picatinny. Which, it's super weird to me that Nerf guns are using Picatinny rails, by the way. So what the fuck do they make here? Because they've got really... They've got really accurate vertical mills. Or horizontal mills, rather. Which, you know, is cool. I appreciate making it look like the thing it's supposed to be. They have boxes of ammo all over that last room that we were in. But here they have metal just being poured out of... And yeah, that's molten metal out of like a hopper. So are they a foundry? It's called the Foundry. Not any foundries that are doing on-site fucking ammunition manufacturing. I worked for a machine shop attached to a foundry, and while we did finish parts ourselves, we weren't turning out complete firearms. It was like, you know, the customer wants us to mill this rear end casting so that it can be assembled elsewhere. Okay, cool. Yeah. Jesus, the accuracy on this is... Yeah, what did they make? Evidently not sights. Well, I mean, to be fair, they're extremely accurate with their P90s. It's just me that can't hit the broadside of the barn for some reason, even though I'm super special forces Delta soldier. I think they're out of range. I think that guy that's like fucking baseball throw away from me is out of range. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I love this game. I love this game. Yeah. Who's out of range? Fuck me. It may not be liquid. It may just look like that due to stuff being on fire. Okay, fair point. Alright, where does it start me?
Bravo 4, sit rep, over.
Stand by. I got multiple hostiles moving along the perimeter.
Bravo 3, infiltrate the structure and destroy all targets of opportunity. Bravo 4 will sweep and clear the perimeter, copy?
Hey, friend. Hey. No, none of that. Oh, God. Well, I'm out of grenades, so we just have to wait for him to kill me. It teleported me to his position. But he was stuck in the railing, so then I became stuck in the railing. God, that was sad.
Bravo 4, sit rep, over.
Stand by. I got multiple hostiles moving along the perimeter.
Bravo 3,
No, no.
Sweep and clear the perimeter. Copy?
You've been so nice to me the last like 2.5 hours game. Be nice to me still. Yeah, yeah. Ah, Diggs, you have a good night. Sleep well.
This is 3. I'm taking out hard targets in the area. We'll advise further if necessary.
Target 1 is wired and good to go. Proceeding target 2.
Copy that, 4.
You know, the funny thing is,
Proceeding to next area.
it does not take explosives or a lot of machine gun fire to ruin one of those machines. You just go up to the little screen and you tell it to go, you know, 9Y and 7X and hit start. And the machine will do for itself what you are trying to do to it. Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't do that shit again. Be a good game. No. It's okay. Got that little bit of a shiver in it. I don't like it. Did I miss one? No, okay, yeah. Here's where everybody is. No. No. No, this game's a great game. It's the emulator that's given me pause. It's having to think about some things that I don't know that I want it thinking too hard about, because sometimes the emulator will make decisions that don't make sense. Did you just hop on molten metal? Yeah, the ambient sound has become rather
3 left. Get close and waste the control panels.
forefront of the soundscape there. I do like that they will run and panic from a grenade that went nowhere near them. That's a nice detail. Shows a healthy respect for Senor Pineapple. Which is a detail I find to be both realistic and endearing. I don't know many people so certain they want to shoot you in the face that they will run into a man who's emptying magazines at you just to pull the trigger 3 times. You shot that guy in the neck 4 times before he died. Yes, I did. Oh. They're just so fucking bullet spongy. Oh no. No, 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 no. Yeah. You know what? We are almost at 4 hours. This may be my chance to end it for the evening. It has been a pleasure sharing this wonderful old game with all of you. We'll have to try to do this again sometime. This was a good time. I tend to be exhausted on my days off, so I don't do very much streaming or very much stuff with WBPL. But we'll see what kind of energy I have coming into the summer, and maybe we can make this semi-regular or something. Yep, you all take it easy.